Me now from New York, Bill O'Reilly from BillO'Reilly.com, and he's also the host of Bill O'Reilly No Spin News right here on Newsmax TV every Saturday and Sunday. Bill, I appreciate it. The president decided to sign something today to end all of this separating of the children and the adults down at the border. Big picture, what the hell has just happened?
Okay, it's an excellent question, Joe. The big picture is what's important here. It's a battle for the hearts and minds of the American people, just like the Vietnam War was. Same thing. You have two sides, all right? You have the people in America who are disenchanted with the direction of the country, and who generally support Donald Trump because he wants to get back to unfettered capitalism, he wants to have secure borders, and a tough foreign policy. Get those folks. Then you have the hate Trumpers, and that includes a segment of the Republicans, about 10%, that despise the man for varying reasons, all right? So you have this battle, this struggle, and of course the media is 90% on the side of the hate Trump people. So you have two things that happened last week that helped Donald Trump. The North Korean summit in Singapore, and the Inspector General's report about the FBI booting the Hillary Clinton investigation. Both of those things helped Donald Trump. So over the weekend, when the press got wind that legally U.S. border authorities were separating adults who tried to cross illegally into the USA and their children so the adults could be adjudicated, the press blew it up into the Trump administration and Donald Trump himself is abusing children, hurting children, okay? Now, Americans of all ideologies are not going to sit by and watch children get hurt, no matter who they are. It's not. So the left, the far left, seized upon an issue they knew was going to really hurt Donald Trump. So it took the Trump administration 3 days to figure that out. It should have taken them 3 hours, Joe. So I don't know what the advisory capacity is for the president. But I said on BillO'Reilly.com.
So why was that, Bill? Stop there. Why was that, Bill? Why did it take Trump and his team so damn long to see this?
I don't know. I said on BillO'Reilly.com the first hour after the story broke, you can't win this. You, Donald Trump, and the Trump administration. You can't. And the things that helped you last week are obliterated from the public consciousness by this controversy. So the president finally got the message after 2.5 days and is mitigating the situation as best he can. Don't expect to have any kind of applause on the hate Trump left because they'll find another reason to, put a stake in his heart, because that's what they do, and they're not going to stop. No matter what the president does, no matter how successful the economy is, they're not going to stop.
Hey, Bill, that's actually really fascinating. Almost issue by issue, as you say, these are all proxy wars over Trump. Trump is almost like a mirror to where this country's at right now.
Well, President Obama did the same thing. He separated some children from their parents when the parents took the kids across the border illegally. Now, we have a column that's going to break tomorrow on BillO'Reilly.com, Thursday, so if you see this after Thursday, about the business, the smuggling business of bringing people into the United States. In one case, we found out that a cartel was making $1 million a day, smuggling people into the USA, charging them $2,000 a head. Okay, so you have a mass migration into the USA, but it's not spontaneous. It's a business, an illegal cartel business. And now the cartel says, if you bring a kid, you got a lot better chance to stay. A lot better chance. That's why you see the flood of kids coming in. So all of that is not reported. All of that subversion to the laws of the United States is not mentioned because it's all about hating Trump.
Well, and that will be reported. Again, excited for that. Breaking news on BillO'Reilly.com tomorrow, Thursday. Bill, how do you stop that? How do we as a nation stop that smuggling problem?
Well, there was a poll today, Gallup poll today, that said most Americans don't want a wall on the border. I think it's 57-43. It breaks down something like that. I have never heard, Joe, and maybe you have, and if you have, let me know. I have never heard a cogent, well thought out argument against the border wall. Ever.
Amen.
Okay? Because even though you have the border wall, if you legally want to enter the United States and you're doing business, truckers, or whatever, there are plenty of places you can do that. You just can't sneak in. So why are 55% of the American people, whatever it is, opposed to a barrier to stop illegal drug traffic and people smuggling? Why? Tell me why. And none of them can. And I've had on my show, and I'm sure you've had on your show, plenty of, you know, okay, why do you oppose? Oh, it doesn't look good. You know, and then you say, well, look, Israel saved countless lives by building a barrier to stop Hamas and Hezbollah terrorists from infiltrating in and killing them. And it worked. The barrier worked.
Amen, baby. You're so right, Bill. Walls work everywhere they've been tried. Hey, last quick question for you, my friend. How does Trump pivot from this? This has been one tough-ass week for him.
Yeah, I don't think that the story will last much longer because the majority of Americans know what's happening. That there is an organized crime cabal that are making tens, hundreds of millions of dollars smuggling people in here. They know that. And they also know that the far left, many of them want open borders, bring everybody in. Everybody comes in. Just like the EU. We don't want any border controls at all. And the far left wants that. George Soros' Open Society wants that. Okay? People are starting to wise up. That's not a good thing for the economy. It's not a good thing for the culture. You get overwhelmed by millions and millions of people coming here who don't speak the language. 50% of all immigrant families, both legal and illegal, 50% use means-tested welfare. We had a $21 trillion debt here. You want to double that in 3 years? Open the border up, and you will. So I think Americans are wising up, but it's slow because the media makes it about bias, hate, Trump is a racist. That's what they make it about. It's not what it's about. So it's a really troubling issue.
And you're right, Bill, and this is a defining moment. Hey, thanks, Bill. Really appreciate it. Check out BillO'Reilly.com and check out Bill O'Reilly's No Spin News every weekend, every Saturday and Sunday, right here on Newsmax TV. So what will the Republicans do tomorrow? We'll have that coming up.